How and when do you think Yellowstone will end? Well, who knows? After all, its one and only creator is overly occupied with all of his other new shows. In fact, rather than completing Yellowstone, he seems more comfortable with releasing new shows back to back. The thing is, at first he was releasing a new series within the Yellowstone universe, so we were still getting things to hold on, thinking that even if Yellowstone was far from over, at least the universe was expanding. Recently, however, we see Sheridan getting gradually away from the Yellowstone universe and instead embracing series that have completely different subject matters than Yellowstone. His newest show, Landman, which will probably be released before Yellowstone Season 6, is a great example of this. According to one of the main cast members in the show, Jon Hamm, Landman is the furthest thing from Yellowstone, and it's almost finished. So far, all we know about Landman is that it takes place in Texas and is focusing on the oil drilling industry. In Landman, which is set to be available on Paramount+, Hamm takes on the role of Monty Miller, shifting away from the cowboy narrative often associated with Sheridan's work. So, yes, we are in Texas, at the heart of the cowboys, but we won't have any cowboys in Landman. It's not actually cowboy-oriented at all. It's more in the world of oil. It's based on oil speculators and landmen, which are the guys that run around and try to acquire mineral rights and land rights in the hope of speculating and finding oil. There are all the political things that come with that. Hamm shared in a recent interview, clearing the air on whether the show will be similar to Yellowstone or not. You may remember that in one of my videos on Landman last week, I mentioned that the show will once again follow a family and the American history through that family. And in that aspect, the show reminded me of Yellowstone. However, after Hamm's words, I feel like Landman will actually differentiate itself from Yellowstone, even in that aspect. I'm not sure how Sheridan will manage to make the show distinctly different from Yellowstone, especially if it truly revolves around an American family that represents America itself through their generations and experiences. But if Hamm speaks so certain on the issue, then I'm leaning towards believing in him. Still, it seems like Landman will also focus on land disputes and exploitation. So again, I'm not sure what to expect from this new series in terms of its proximity to Yellowstone. With Landman filming reportedly reaching the halfway mark, the project is expected to wrap up by the end of April, around the same time Yellowstone filming resumes in Montana. As I mentioned before, inspired by the Boomtown podcast, Landman delves into the competitive world of oil speculation in Texas. The cast includes Billy Bob Thornton, alongside Hamm, as key figures in Texas's oil scene, suggesting a storyline filled with tension and corporate intrigue. In the same interview, Hamm praised the quality of the project, saying, "There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of intrigue. It's a story very well told, and I think it's an interesting take on how we get the stuff that makes our cars and our lives go." It seems like Landman will be the first Sheridan show that we'll welcome in 2024. So, in that sense, I'm still excited about it. Also, I can't deny that the casting is pretty impressive. So, yeah, I'll watch and review it on this channel for sure. Nevertheless, I can't deny that I'm low-key angry at the show for stealing Sheridan's attention from Yellowstone. But it seems like Sheridan is more than ready to overlook Yellowstone at this point. So, it is what it is, I guess. But what do you think? Will you watch Landman? Or do you think it should be protested for replacing Yellowstone? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.